Alright, we're back. See, these holding caves are where our monster thing that we need to kill is at. Oh no, this is just back to where what's his face was. You gonna let me leave? Oh, piss in a bucket. Oh crap. Oh, see you all when I get back. Okay, I got out of there. Apparently it's a glitch. Because as soon as I walked in, Fenris started saying his lines that he would have. If we were going in there for the first time, I mean.
I've been thinking about what happened with Hadriana. You and I don't always see eye to eye, but that doesn't mean you deserved my anger. I owe you an apology.
I had no idea where you went. I was concerned.
I needed to be alone.
Mm-hmm.
When I was still a slave, Hadriana was a torment. She would ridicule me, deny my meals, pound my sleep. Because of her status, I was powerless to respond, and she knew it. The thought of her slipping out of my grasp now. I couldn't let her go. I wanted to, but I couldn't.
You clearly weren't thinking about finding your family when you did it.
And what would you have me do? Hadriana came after me. I have never had the option to simply walk away. Am I supposed to forgive, no matter how many times they hunt me down? Am I supposed to forget all the things they've done to me?
If you're wondering why you can't move on, this is it.
Yes, this is it. Why can I not grasp something so simple? It's a sickness, this hate. This dark growth inside me that I can't ever get rid of. And they put it there. This isn't why I came here.
Is that it?
So you're just going to leave?
Whoa! Uh-oh. Awkward sexy time! Or dry humping while clothed.
Was it that bad?
I'm sorry, it's not... It was fine. No, that is insufficient. It was better than anything I could have dreamed.
Oh? I can come up with much crazier things in my dreams.
I began to remember my life before. Just flashes. It's too much. This is too fast. I cannot do this.
You started this.
We can work through this.
I'm sorry. I feel like such a fool. This should never have happened in the first place. Forgive me.
Fenris Rivalry +5. And yep, that new outfit he has is actually part of a mod. I think there's one for each of the romance types. But I just picked that one because that's the romance that my Inquisition thing has on it. Stark! You're in a different spot. How are you?
An elven slave? Maker's breath, I hope you know what you're doing.
I do.
Greetings, mistress. Your home was difficult to find. I've never been out on my own before, but I found it. Many people know of you. I hope I've made myself useful. I've already begun cleaning and I can cook. Not as good as Papa, but a little. Is there anything else you'd like me to do?
I'm going to pay you.
If you're staying here, Orana, it will be as my servant.
You mean I won't be a slave anymore?
You'll be paid, like anyone else.
A slave is all I've ever been, like Papa and Grandpapa before me. I'll try to be a good servant. Thank you, mistress. You're too good to me.
Now, I actually got to admire, or not admire, I'd be like me to my own horn, but I like the idea of how you can help Orana instead of just saying, yeah, the slaves are free, you guys can go do whatever you want. It's like, oh yeah, we don't have any money, we don't have any homes, we don't have anywhere to go. Whereas in Arya's interpretation of how she handled it is she said, well, she's free, but she's still doing what she used to do, except she's getting paid to do it.
There's an elven woman here, Monsieur.
Yes.
She claims she was sent here by you. I didn't know what to tell her.
But anyways, where I was going with that is I was actually praising the whoever wrote the storyline involving her, is I thought that was actually a rather simple but realistic way to handle it without overreaching. Like, oh, you freed the slave. She went on to become like some famous rebel slave freedom fighter thing.
Big tower in the lake is scary. He means the gallows, and I quite agree.
I'm making chunk mince. It's very shiny.
Is it?
Could I have some salamanders, please?
Don't do it. That's where the boom comes from, I think.
There's actually a way to get him to say, what is it? There's a quote for the Inquisition trailer, and you can actually get him to say it. Now we got Fenris back in his new gigs. Wait, why am I taking Isabella? Oh, not a quest to do there. I don't know what I'm going to do about the herbalist tasks. Well, maybe something will come up later. One true patch. Yeah, I don't need to do either of those. Or if I do, I'll get to them when I get to them. First, and make sure I'm bringing the right people for that one. Fenris, Varric. Actually, because I know I've maxed out Isabella, Varric. I know I've maxed out Anders. Do I want to take Aveline? Yeah, I think I'll take Aveline. Maybe it's Aveline.
Nice place for a rally. Good choice, Varnell.
Right?
This is here somewhere.
Wonderful.
Qunari hold no real power. They are absent from the eyes of the Maker. Like any beast, remove the fangs and it is lost. They are weak before the faithful of the Maker. The only certainty in their precious Qun is death before the righteous.
Yay, fanatics, my favorite type of people.
Sir Varnell!
Take a knee, faithful. The chantry blesses us.
You claim a blessing when you have used the authority of the Grand Cleric so openly? You have brought wrath down upon you. You remember Sarah Hawk? The Qunari have friends, Templar. How will you answer their allegations?
You want to fight? Face someone whose weapons are not bound.
Templars are cowards. They only pick on those whose lives they already hold in their hands.
Whoa. Alright, you're dead, buddy.
Righteous. Destroy them.
Righteous? Righteous, you say? Oh, I'll show you righteous, you little cunt. Boom! You and your little zealots can die. Listen, lady. Holy crap, we still got people running around here? Gotcha. Good grief, how many of these clowns are there? It's like we're slaughtering half the population of Kirkwall. Holy crap.
All right. Time to bring this mess to the Viscount's attention.
Indeed.
Madness. Madness.
That's a word for it.
Chantry involvement. Even if they are fringe elements. Oh, it could not be worse.
The Chantry has seen the abuses the Templars get away with. Why would they not think to do the same?
You killed them? All of them?
Nice. Yeah.
A mother serving the Grand Cleric allowed this to happen.
Are you quite sure? She held a blade with them? Told them to fight you?
No, I cannot say that.
Of course not. Blasted mother. You have no idea the storm these allegations would cause. It would destroy what support I do have.
Well, she'll lay low for she'll lay low for a while.
This may have scared her off. She claimed this was not her intention.
Well, that is something. I will make my inquiries. Gently. And you should be careful in your associations. For now, we have other problems. We have the delegate, but I can't return the bodies to the Canary in this state. Sirrah Hawk, you know the Arishok. What should I do?
Yeah, don't hide it, he'll know.
Hiding this would only make it worse.
It would, wouldn't it? I'm losing my sense of how to balance this nightmare. I appreciate your help in this matter. As bad as this is, it could have been much worse without you. Kirkwall owes you. I owe you.
Oh, Aveline friendship less 10. Yeah, it's a good thing I brought her. Give me all your money. Jeez. Look at all that carnage. Wait, how did... Oh, that's why they dragged him over. Shield of the Knight herself. I'm assuming that's for Aveline. Let's see. Let's go to the docks. So we can let the Aeroshock know, hey, shit happened. So does that mean I've maxed her up? Oh, nearly. Let me drop her off. Fenris in. Ambassador Fenris! Oh, you know, I've actually kind of dressed like one. Or he's actually dressed like one. Alright, F5 in case this guy's like bugged all hell and back.
So you could not rescue my delegate, but you killed those responsible.
Indeed.
How do you explain the condition of their bodies?
The abuse of zealots.
A fanatic used them to incite others of his kind.
I accept that.
Well, that was easy.
I have seen every vice and weakness of your kind, and how few of you take responsibility.
Whoa, what's up with your hands?
The Viscount remains a fool, but you are not. Panahedan, Hawk. I will keep one good thought about your kind.
Well, at least it wasn't a major scene. It always seems to happen with him, though. It's like, I mean, yeah, you'll have the occasional ones, but his is like a repeater. It constantly happens. Poor guy. What I think I should start doing is, like, once I come to this area to, like, talk with him, just save it, load it, and go at it again. Alright, well, let's pay a visit to the Viscount's Keep. And see if we can't give that as a gift to Adeline, because I think that's what it is.
Good luck getting in. I've been waiting all day.
Have you now?
I have something for you.
Do you now? A shield? Oh, and born by the one true Sir Aveline. Lovely. Thank you.
I'm sorry. I don't see where I went wrong.
I had a shield. It belonged to Wesley. It was difficult to let it go, but I did so. Utility over sentiment, right? We sold it, didn't we?
No.
And here I thought I was being nice.
If you didn't think this would upset me, what was your intent?
To be nice?
It's not enough to want you to be happy.
Happy is for fools.
Okay, it's not the shield, is it?
No, and it's not Wesley. You've got me doing a lot of things. Some I don't agree with. Some I'm surprised I do. I'm not sure where I'm going as it is. Replacing what I was with this... I mean, who is Sir Aveline to me?
Yeah.
I thought of you when I found it. Maybe that was foolish.
I can appreciate that.
Then accept it on those merits. Nothing more.
It is a fine shield. You do know that Orlesian Smith slapped Sir Aveline's name on every second piece of armor. This didn't really belong to her.
It does now.
Ha! Nice.
Hope the day is treating you well, Sarah.
Alright, so is that her fully maxed out? So she's maxed out. Yep, she is. Sweet. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that actually covers everybody except for this putt. Unless Fenris is not fully rivaled. Nope, not quite yet. That's alright. I think as long as it's over 50, it's when you can get all the main stuff. I don't know. The reason for it going even further is... I want to say that has to do with what happens at the end, but I'm not 100% sure. Or no, I think if it's over 50, they actually acknowledge that kind of relationship, and then as you build it up further, that's when you, expand upon it. Yeah, Sebastian, I can give a shit less. Like, alright, the best
I
way
can't
to...
imagine what Hawk sees in you.
It is done. Leave it be.
Well, good. I always knew she had some sense.
Do not make light of this. Leaving was the hardest thing I've ever done.
Heh, I think somebody's jealous.
Knight Commander Meredith would kill us all if you...
Brilliant. I'm amazed that you found everything. My craft can begin anew. Your reward, my young friend.
Oh, whatever. Piss on it then. If I had the fucking thing the whole goddamn time. Alright, so journal. Companions. Check in with Varric. Alright, so let's pay a visit to those two, even though I'm carrying them both. Well, not carrying with them. Carrying them. Walking with them. Let's see. I'll go to the Hanged Man first. Check on Varric. See how he's handling his brother's condition.
You have got to hear this, Hawk. There's this tale making the rounds. They're saying you single-handedly fought off a pirate invasion at midnight on the sacred ground of the Chantry.
Don't the stories mention my stunning good looks? What about my cunning wit?
Nope, they skip straight to the part about the lovable dwarf with the gorgeous crossbow and the heart of gold. I try to steer them straight, but you know how stories go. Just don't be surprised if people seem in awe.
What compels you to spin these ridiculous tales?
I love the sound of my own voice, and I'm a compulsive liar. Honestly, I don't know. It's just something I do. There's power in stories, though. That's all history is. The best tales, the ones that last. Might as well be mine.
I find it hard to believe you're spreading these stories without getting something in return.
Well, that just shows what you know, Hawk. The stories are their own reward. You really need to see the look on someone's face when I tell them you ripped the arms off an ogre. Just once.
Wouldn't it make more sense for you to be the main character in these tall tales of yours?
There's a recipe to a good hero, Hawk. It's like alchemy. One part down to earth, one part selfless nobility, 2 parts crazy, and you season liberally with wild falsehoods. You let that percolate through a good audience for a while, and when it's done, you've got your hero.
I guess all works. A little reverence wouldn't hurt, though.
You're beautiful, deadly, and hang out with fantastic dwarves. It would be a crime if people didn't talk about you. Anyway, I'll quit exaggerating before it goes to your head.
A bit late for that. Anyways.
You want a pint while we're here, Hawk? I'll buy.
Don't I need to see how he's doing? Oh, never mind. I guess that was that.
You should have lived in Tevinter. You'd be happier there.
You're probably right.
There, your magic would be a mark of honor. Apprentice to the right magister, you would do well.
Is there a downside?
Only if you're bothered by owning a few slaves and performing the occasional blood ritual.
So they all do those things?
Just the ones who don't complain about how powerless and persecuted they are.
Nope, I guess that was the end of that.
So he comes down wearing nothing but his clothes. We have a few drinks and everyone's laughing at him, but he doesn't care. He was naked. Just airing things out, he said. Ha!
Interesting. Didn't need to know that. If you play while logged into the Dragon Age servers, you'll be part of the community! You want to be part of the community, Senor Cat? He who lays everywhere. Yeah, basically my entire apartment's his fucking bed. Except for his actual bed. That's Cat for you. Cat in a nutshell.
These patients need me more than anyone in Hightown.
Quack.
I brought you something. It's shiny and subversive. I thought you'd like it.
You got me a gift? I hardly think I've done anything to deserve that. Is it a... That's a Tevinter Chantry amulet. Do you want me to get executed? It's sacrilege to wear those in any land under the Divine.
Here I thought you fight for mages' rights. Whoever's bad side that puts you on.
I like it. Maybe not on the outside of my clothes. I'm not that eager to face the hangman's noose. But I appreciate the thought. I've never really thought about what life would be like in the Tevinter Chantry. In the Circle, they make it sound like the Void itself. The Black Divine stalking Thedas, making it unsafe for kittens and virgins.
I haven't noticed too many of either in Kirkwall.
And fewer every day, I suspect. I appreciate the gift. Perhaps one day I can return one as meaningful.
Perhaps. Alright, so that narrows us down to Demands of the Qun and Prime Suspect. And I don't know where the last of her thingy what's-its are, but meh. It's not a major quest line.
Hate this place and them that sent me here.
Leave area? Yes. Well, if I had to guess where they were, I would say... I haven't been to the Black Emporium in a while. Oh yeah, let's pay a visit to Meryl. See if there's anything new with her. Or if it's all come to a close with her for now.
By the Dread Wolf!
By the Dread Wolf!
It's always such a mess when people are here.
I don't know!
Sometimes, I swear.
You swear it. I see. I think I'll actually kick Fenris out, take Aveline for the quest we're about to do. Prime Suspect.
You were very close to losing your printing blocks, Varric.
Once more, I am falsely accused of whatever it is I am accused of. Falsely.
Someone swapped the text of my recruitment poster with some filth from the Blooming Rose.
Ooh, that does sound pretty good.
Sure. Fill the barracks with whores. But you've also filled the Rose with guards.
Hoo-hoo.
It is true what they say. The best comedy comes from tragedy.
Hello, Senor Thrask.
The first enchanter has marked up these post-Darkhaven mages.
Well beyond the cost.
They're still in quarantine.
He is trying to earn money for the service.
I see. Senor Cullen.
The Chantry has taken a harder edge against the Qunari. They would like them driven out by force.
Senor Emmerich.
Hello, Emmerich. The guard captain says you're still chasing disappearing acts.
That's not funny. I need your help urgently. I've spent the past few years continuing my investigation into the murders of Ninette, Marin, and the other women. I believe I finally have a suspect. A man called Gascard Dupuis.
Dupuis? That's a funny name.
It's Olesian. I believe he is descended from nobility. When I became convinced of his guilt, I went to the city guard and demanded that they do something.
My men raided that house. There was nothing, and I've heard no end because of it. You were reprimanded, I hope?
Meredith forbade me from continuing my investigation. But she didn't say I couldn't seek outside help.
Uh-huh.
Were you the only person investigating these murders?
Yes, unfortunately. The Templar Order believes this is a matter for the City Guard. And the City Guard, well, they rejected my evidence and dismissed the murders as isolated incidents. They don't care either.
I've seen your evidence. Scattered notes, conjecture, nothing remotely usable. You can't expect us to act on your hunches alone. Look what happened when we did.
Fair point.
The guards who searched Gascard's place were incompetent. They didn't know what they were looking for.
Fine, if you insist.
Did you show anyone the bones?
I retrieved a sack of human remains for you. Didn't you show it to the guard?
I did. They said the remains could have been gathered together by scavengers looking for bits of gold and jewelry. They said there was no way to tell if the remains even belonged to the missing women.
Damn
I'm
forensics.
sorry, Emmerich, but that's the truth of it.
Tell me about your suspicions.
What have you learned about Gascard Dupree?
He's a reclusive nobleman who's rarely seen outside his estate in Hightown. He knew 2 of the murdered women and made inquiries about the others. It cannot be a coincidence.
It cannot be a coincidence. It sounds exactly like a coincidence.
Gascard Dupuis is hiding something. I'm convinced of it.
And I'm supposed to be the outside help.
My hands are tied. I can't do this on my own. What if one of the women who died was someone you loved? If Gascard Dupuis is guilty, he must be stopped before he kills again.
Then we will investigate Dupuis, if only to put this to rest.
If I'm wrong, then I'm wrong. At least I'll know for sure.
Why is it always Hawk to the rescue?
I can't really answer that. You'll need to go to Gascard Dupuis' estate after nightfall. Please figure out what Dupuis is hiding. If he's innocent, find evidence to prove me wrong. It's just that simple.
Take note, Anders. A Templar who actually gives a shit about people. Take note. You hear me, boy? Take note. Whoa, he like zoomed in and looked at me like, yes, master. Alrighty, so then. Got the part of it. We'll see. So we need to go to Hightown at night. Which we'll do in the next video. So, see you all next time.